Are you in search of an awesome chocolate cake? Well, if you are, then just stay tuned because I'm going to show you the best, in my opinion, recipe for a chocolate cake. And I upload new videos every week, so stay tuned for that. So in the first step here, we're going to, this is Devil's Food chocolate cake, by the way. We're going to sift the dry ingredients: flour, baking soda, salt, baking powder, and this is to make sure we have a very smooth cake and getting rid of any lumps. And now it's time to cream in a stand mixer fitted with the paddle attachment. We're creaming half a stick of butter, 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, and a half a cup of light brown sugar. I'm creaming the butter first. Okay, now I'm adding the sugars. My mistake, I meant to say 1 stick of butter, not a half a stick of butter. Okay, so scraping down the bowl with the butter and the sugars. Make sure we have it all. There's not extra butter sticking to the bottom or nothing. Very good. Okay, now I have a cup of vegetable oil or any kind of neutral oil that you like to use. Put it in a smaller bowl, a separate bowl, with a cup of cocoa powder, and make sure and sift the cocoa powder also. Cocoa powder is so messy. I make a total mess every time I use it. I swear, no matter how careful I am, it never works. But look how glossy it is with that oil. It looks so pretty. Okay, now adding the oil and cocoa powder mixture to the butter and the sugars. Getting that nice and mixed up like that. And then scrape down the sides. Now adding one at a time, 3 large eggs, room temperature. And then after the eggs, you're going to add in half of the flour mixture, half of the butter sour cream, and half of the milk. And you'll just mix that in first and then add the rest. You'll just incorporate those 3 ingredients slowly until they're mixed in. And then you add in 1 cup of hot coffee. The coffee just really enhances the chocolate flavor, and it's a step you don't want to skip, in my opinion. So I have a buttered 2 9-inch baking pans, buttered and floured, with a piece of parchment on the bottom, and I sprayed that as well just to make sure they don't stick. Go into a 350-degree oven for about 40 minutes. Oh, sorry, I'm out of breath. Okay, and then as you can see here, I'll point out in a second, the cake has pulled away from the sides of the pan, and that's how you know that your cake is ready. Also, use a toothpick and check for the middle too to see if it's done. 40 minutes was plenty of time, so then I take it out, turn it out onto a cooling rack, both of the cakes. Let them cool for a little while until they're not, hot, steamy anymore. And then I'm going to wrap these up really nice and put them in the freezer. And then in the meantime, while the cakes are freezing, I'm going to work on the cream cheese frosting. So it's just half a cup of butter softened, an 8-ounce stick of cream cheese, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 4 cups of powdered sugar. This is just the easiest way to do this in the stand mixer I found. It's a lot easier than using even just a hand mixer. I like the stand mixer. But be sure to put your powdered sugar in slowly on low so you don't get powdered sugar all over your house. So I wanted to talk a little bit about freezing your cake rounds. I have found, and I've also seen quite a few videos, that if you freeze your cake before you frost it, then you won't get a bunch of crumbs on your cake in your frosting when you're done. It'll just look a lot cleaner when you have it all frosted. And this recipe for the cream cheese frosting is plenty for this cake, for the 2 rounds, a 9-inch. It's perfect. So I just put some down on the cake stand on the bottom to keep it from sliding around. And then you just put one of the cake rounds on top. I could have gone a little bit thicker, to be honest, in the middle layer with the frosting. I should have put a little bit more. But anyway, just plop it on there and spread it over. It's a lot easier with the cakes being frozen. See how clean it looks? Like there's no crumbs in the frosting. It looks great. So this is it. This is my son's birthday cake. It was awesome. It was so good. I can't tell you how much we enjoy it. So happy birthday, Mr. Lincoln. Happy birthday. Doesn't look good. He really enjoyed it. He was really, really happy with his cake. So if you really like my content, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Do you love chocolate cake like I do? I want to know. Let me know. Leave me a comment, please. So I upload every week consistently. So yeah, subscribe and be part of the fun team, okay? Bye.